This past weekend, a few of us got together for an in-person sew-a-thon over at Three Little Birds in Hyattsville, Maryland, which is right outside of Washington, D.C. And you all, we actually were able to collect 20 dresses, and people are still working on more. So I wanted to just kind of come on here and show you some of the dresses that we collected. Now, we were working on the Allison tent dress, and it turns out it's actually, with all of the cute ruffles and things like that, it's a bit of a labor intensive. So that kind of limited the total number of dresses that we made. However, it didn't limit the amount of cuteness that we all made. So we were sewing dresses in the back sewing room of Three Little Birds, and they had graciously donated not only the space but the use of all of their machines, ironing boards, irons, everything, even notions, like all of these extra notions, scissors, and everything. It was really, really such a beautiful thing to have had available to all of us. So I'm really grateful to Three Little Birds Sewing Co. for providing the space that they did. Some of the ones that we had collected were this little teeny tiny Allison tent dress with the really cute ruffle on the bottom. So adorable. We actually had one person come out from Richmond, Virginia. She was putting in some work on her serger, you all, because Allison made all of these really amazing rolled hems. And actually, it was really inspiring. I'm going to have to work on my rolled hem situation on my serger. But look at that really beautiful rolled hem that she did. It's super tiny. So she was roll hemming all of our ruffles, and then she even she brought a ruffler foot. She attached it to one of the machines, and she was ruffling all of our stuff. So we have, let me just show you. We have this cute Allison tent dress with the heart pockets. This was a dress that Allison made, and let me just. You see how cute this one is? We have that one. Oh, here's another here's another little polka dot one. I really like that she added fun little heart pockets to the dress. Now, you know, it's funny because this is the first time that I had seen this dress, or at least maybe even just kind of paid attention to it. I suppose this pattern. But yesterday in the unboxing, I saw that someone had made a couple of reversible little wrap dresses using that pattern, and I believe it's a free pattern. So if my friend who made this dress tells me which pattern it was, I'll definitely let you all know. Okay, so here's the dress that I made. Now, this was some leftover fabric that I had from a project a couple years ago. I really like the celestial scene, and it is a shimmery gold, which I think makes it really kind of special. Now, one of the things that I came across when I was making this one was that I had this remnant piece of fabric, and I couldn't quite cut both the front and the back on the fold of the fabric. So what I had to do was just cut the middle in half. I added a 1/2 inch seam allowance there, and then I top stitched down both sides of that, if you can see there. I use a gray thread so it's not as obvious. And I think it worked out nicely. And it was a great way to use kind of like an odd shaped piece of fabric, but get a really nice, decent sized dress. This blue fabric was actually, I believe it's a rayon linen. That's what it feels like. It was a small piece of fabric that was actually donated to me earlier this year with a bunch of other fabric. So it was just nice to be able to put it all together into this little dress. And can you all believe that I actually forgot to bring labels? So I'll be sewing labels onto all of these dresses. But look, these were also donated. How cute! How cute are these? These are thoughtful creativity dresses using some really fun star fabric. And you all, a lot of these dresses were actually brought with people. So let me just show you. We've got this really nice one with heart pockets that kind of blend on in there. Here we go. A purple Allison tent dress. This looks to be about a size 10. Look at that, a little thoughtful creativity dress. Here's another one of those dresses. Now this one looks like the thoughtful creativity dress, but in a much larger size, and it has a really cute bow in the back. Here's another Allison tent dress. Aren't these colors just fabulous? This purple. And if you're not aware, Michelle from Michelle Sews Again is actually doing a Sew Purple to End ALZ 22 challenge to bring awareness to Alzheimer's. So if you're sewing up purple dresses, you can always enter both challenges. We have this really cute one with the green floral fabric. A more geometric one. And then look at the ties. So the ties on this one, she actually did some really fun decorative stitching on that. You see that? I've never considered doing that before, but now that I see it, I think I have to try it. Here's another one where she zigzagged down the ties. So you see that? You know, that's just such a little thing. Just the smallest detail, but it makes such a big impact. And then there's this really, I love the colors of this fall one. That's a gorgeous dress. And now we're getting back to some of the smaller ones. A little yellow one with heart pockets. Another kind of fall themed one with fun stitching on that bow. And then a little tiny green dress. This was Thoughtful Creativity's new one. I almost forgot this little cute number. So altogether, I think that was 20 dresses that we made and collected. And so many other people sent me messages saying, hey, I'm still working on mine. I'm going to get them to you soon. So local sewists are getting involved. And I'll tell you what, nothing for me anyways, nothing feeds the soul like sewing with your sisters. And that's really what this felt like. It felt like we were all just sitting there chatting and sewing along, enjoying each other's company and sharing all kinds of tips and tricks. And really, it was just everyone admiring Allison's crazy sewing skills. I think she had mentioned at one point that she had been sewing for 50 years. She must have started sewing when she was a little baby because she was a machine. Just doing all the things that we couldn't do. She even fixed my dress at one point. I know we've all done this. So as I was working on the ruffle of my dress, at one point I accidentally caught my ruffle down in the seam right over here. And so of course you could see the pucker on the other side. And I was like, I'll deal with that later. Like, Allison grabbed my dress, she rolled hemmed it, and then she was like, I fixed your dress for you. Like, in like 2 seconds. Mind blown. And those are some serious sewing goals. I wanna be on Allison's level. So I'm going to sit down and sew on labels to all of these dresses. But don't forget to check out Stitch Hem Sew's video. She's sharing her dress mix with you, and you know they're gonna be beautiful, right? So definitely click over here for Stitch Hem Sew's video and click up here for the kickoff in case you missed that. And you all have a wonderful day.